The centre and the Gujarat government have told the Supreme Court that they are likely to challenge the earlier Supreme Court order. That order called for the files regarding the remission that was granted to the convicts in the Bilkis Bano case. Sunil is joining us for more details on this. And Sunil, what has the government said on this? The government has sought to not produce the relevant documents. What are the conditions they're citing for that?
Well, they're saying citing privilege, and that is the reason why no less than Justice Joseph and Justice B.V. Nagratna are asking for the file. And they have said that they will give their affidavit based on whether they are going to, submit it or not. That's something that they've given time till Monday. And then, of course, the court will rule on this entire matter. Having said that, we know in matters of privilege, no matter can be bigger than the courts. If the court wants to see certain documents, you cannot really refuse it. But having said that, there were continuous attempts by those who are on parole and who have been, the remission has taken place to seek, and delay the entire proceeding, saying 2 weeks, which finally Justice Nagrawat, the Supreme Court bench, very categorically said that this will mean that you will not be able to hear it till December. So this is really no argument and no basis. They are quite determined that they will hear this entire matter about remission. I'll just give an interesting quote, which which Justice Joseph said. The question is whether government applied its mind. What material formed the basis of its decision for this remission? Judicial order requiring convicts to be in jail for the rest of their natural life or released by the executive order. Today it is this lady. Tomorrow it can be you or me. There must be an objective standard. If you don't give us reasons, we'll draw our own conclusions. This, after he looked at Justice Kapadia and Justice Arijit Prasad's judgment, citing that in terms of remission, to look at how this entire process has been done and how it was decided to remit it for those in the case of the Bilkis Bano case. So it's clear that the Supreme Court wants to hear this matter, and even though they have cited privilege, we'll wait for Monday to see what the affidavit is and what the Supreme Court decides on Tuesday.
Right, Sunil, and also for clarity, if I can ask you this, that the government has, of course, sought to not produce the relevant documents, as you mentioned, citing privilege. So what would this mean for the case if the government does end up not producing these documents citing privilege? What would this mean for this case at large and for the reconsideration of the remission of those convicts?
Oh, it'll be that the justice is not being able to be rendered to them, no? It is quite clear. That's the answer is very simple. And after SP Gupta's case, the Supreme Court has made it clear that there is nothing that is can be marked secret before the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court wants any file, be it Rafael, be it Arun Goel's appointment or any other thing, you have to submit the file. This is, as Mr. Sibal and Mr. Singhvi were pointing, delaying tactics, trying to delay this entire matter not to be heard by the present Supreme Court bench. And that is the real clear issue. This is a question about human rights, about propriety, about somebody who was raped. There have been certain incidents. There has to be a certain amount of, and if you're remitting somebody's, doing a remission, be it the Gujarat government in concurrence with the central government, you cannot cite privilege not to let the Supreme Court know the reason when it has to deliver justice on an entire matter like this.
Right, Sunil, thanks very much for joining us with those details.